Welcome, fellow Virgo suns, moons, and rising. This reading is going to be for December 2021. I wanted to say 2013, so that may mean something to someone. December 2013. Boy, I remember that year well. Um, and time is fluid, though, so I want you to keep that in mind. Some of you are just intuitively guided to this reading. Just trust in that. Some people ask the question with my readings, like, how can it mean so much to so many? You know what I mean? Like, but yet you're all in different situations, right? Well, first of all, I feel like we find each other because we're all soul family. And, we come and we go. But I feel like we're all soul family, number one. And number two, because my readings are long, I don't think long, but compared to YouTube standards, long, there's many messages. And each of us we each have our own perspective, right? So we can see the same thing, but see different things. And it's just where we're at, where our energy's at, that type of thing. So that's why I feel it can mean different things to different people. I already know it does. All right, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to use the Mother Mary Oracle deck. Bring in Mother Mary's advice, and then we'll bring in the tarot. Look at that, home. And really that's what December's about for Virgo, is home. And there can be new beginnings wrapped around home. Now this can be new energy within a home. It can be a new home, that type of thing. But I find it interesting because that's what I was thinking of. Like, it's that type of energy. And then Mother Mary just really confirming. Okay. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. Again, can mean many different things to many different people. But this is going to be a month where home is part of it. This is also going to be a month where the more you step up, the more your life blossoms. It's the words I'm getting. Like, the more you can step up, and whatever that may mean for you, the more your life blossoms. So that can mean in a career. It can just mean your vibration, whatever it means. I'm definitely getting that for you, for us. But, I feel December is really going to be a creative month. For all those with Virgo in their chart, and it can be anywhere, really. That's just how I feel. Then we have the solar eclipse in the 4th house. Home makes me, I don't know why I think of the 4 of Pentacles. Just stability. So let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams. And instead of me talking, let's figure it out. We have the King of Pentacles. Speaking of perspectives, the King of Pentacles is someone who looks at the picture, can see the whole picture, right? He looks at it from the big picture point of view, where the Queen looks at those details, that usually others miss. But, when they're in sync, wow, when they're in sync. But you can see, like, if they're out of sync, wow, right? It's like, polar opposites of each other. And I don't know why I keep focusing on that. Well, we have the 5 of Swords. Okay. And then we have the Palace of Pentacles. It feels like there's something coming between this king. And again, this can be male or female, doesn't matter. I feel to more this king's energy, like how I see the picture, how I deal with everything. So it feels like this Five of Swords is becoming between, almost like this king and his home. Five of Swords. Five talks about change. We're in a universal year change, universal year 5. So, this is about something that's toxic to this king, and it's almost like this king has to walk through this Five of Swords to get to this palace. Like, I can't get to the palace unless I walk through the Five of Swords. That means like I'm jumping on the boat of the Six of Swords eventually. Well, let's keep going. It's like maybe I want to create something, but again, this Five of Swords seems to come in between me and my dreams. Me and what I can vision for myself. And I feel like, if you're the king, and again, any sign, any sex, I feel like what it's saying to this king is don't get stuck in the Five of Swords. It's easy to get stuck in the toxicity. It's easy to get pulled into it, right? And it can be a mental battle, but it's still one that has to be fought. I feel like you have to fight it, or you have to flight it. You know what I mean? Fight it or flight it. And maybe this is what this king is trying to find. I feel like 5 also represents a sign of freedom. Okay, keep going. There we go. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. 2 pages side by side. Interesting that, first of all, just look at that page. Look at his eyes. It's almost like, I've got a secret. There's something insincere attached to it, to me anyways. And above him or her is this 5 of Swords. This can certainly be of a younger time for sure, but boy, I feel like I almost feel like like this Page of Wands trying to overpower this king. And what's the one thing that this this person is, what are they taking away from this king? First of all, I feel like I have to go down, which would be his voice, his unique path. I feel like this is probably what had happened, because I feel like this king is coming to the table, really seeing it all. And seeing it all is like nothing can really hide, right? So anyways, I definitely feel someone is a little insincere here, and tricky. Like, I don't trust them, but maybe charming at the same time, almost like narcissistic. It's maybe something that I feel someone may have carried on from like a parent. Okay, let's keep going. Look at this. Now we have 3 pages in a row. Page Cups. We have the World. Makes perfect sense. It's coming under the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups is where I am walking away from something that's maybe held me emotionally. I feel like, but it's also held you mentally. I definitely feel the ending of something, though, that has held you. Feels like it held you. At least that was your perception at the time. I don't feel that's your perception anymore, because in the 8 of Cups, you're walking away from the, the emotional, I feel like it's almost like I want to say, like, it feels like, what, I'm getting my shit together. Because these cups have all been spilt. And it may have been where I've kept my focus, right, on what's been spilt, not on what I have yet to create, right? And I feel like, it's almost like boom, but I got sucked. I'm almost like I got sucked in this hole, but I'm finding my way out. I definitely feel like I'm finding my way out. And again, even 8 to me represents freedom. It's new beginnings. And the world is like, boom, there to support you. Next to the Page of Cups. This is just energy that we're trying to learn. Because the page can represent self. Can represent 3 kids. Like, I don't know, like 3 boys. And I feel like the boy in the middle, he's learning something from someone. It's almost like I feel like, I learn and I think it's almost like a sense of power. But I feel it's very fleeting. Like I can only power each individual for so long and then they flee. You know what I mean? And listen, it may be you that is now pulled or had been pulled into that. And I feel like it's interesting how much I'm picking up about this. Because I feel like this person, I feel like they're very hard to deal with mentally. And it's like they almost like trying to break you down. Now, this could have been your whole life. This could have been like, over and over. And then, I feel like when we are, what's the word I want to use? When we don't feel our own strength, others can feel that we don't feel it. Does that make sense? It's like your strength hasn't been taken, you're just not feeling it. And I feel like, and then swoops in those who feel that you don't feel it, so perfect time to take advantage. But nonetheless, I have to realize that, I have to see it. I have to get refocused on my own dreams. I got to cut out this energy if it's not serving me. When I'm saying cut out, maybe you can't always cut someone out of your life, but you can cut out their power, right? Because you're finding yours again, definitely. Because the world shows us as a reward. So this portal opens because it's something that I almost want to say like had the guts to do. And maybe that's why I was feeling like stepping up. And then the blossom. Okay, well, what else do I have? Wow, hello, Blossom. I'm so old. Do you guys remember a show called Blossom? I mean, it was one of my favorites. She's now the host of Jeopardy, which is pretty cool. Anyway, 2 of Cups. 2 cups. And not just the 2 cups, but then the 9 of Pentacles right next to it. I feel like if this was work related, this may be the change. This may be the time. This may be, especially if you're feeling it, like I need to make a change here. If you're feeling it, or I'm realizing the power that someone else has over me as it's related to my own dreams. Remember, this is a very creative month, and you have the 9 of Pentacles and the Palace of Pentacles, which is beautiful, creative energy. I often feel like we have created it ourselves, but it's like we've created our own palace, our own, how I want to say it, it's like our own, I want to say fairyland, but that doesn't sound right. Because there's nothing, I don't know, I want to say, how do you arrive there? You arrive there through your effort, through your focus. I feel like if there is something that you're chasing and you feel it, like you feel it, believe that. Believe that, especially over energy that I feel you must already feel it. You can't really trust it. Like you're on to it. And I feel like it is back to you. And I do feel like one of the things that was taken is your voice. And even, it's like, I want to say they robbed me of my authentic path, but they didn't rob you because you did put yourself there, right? We each have to own our part of it. No blame, no judgment, no mistake. It just, I learned something. I learned how to crawl out of this hole, and what a hell of a lesson that is, right? And like, congratulations. So anyways, I felt like this Nine of Pentacles, what does it talk about? Success. Someone else may fear your success, but that doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you have to. And I kind of love that the Two of Cups is next to this Nine of Pentacles. This Nine of Pentacles is a very independent type energy, but more in the way that I'm sure, right? I'm sure that my house, will stand no matter what. No matter what tries to hit it, come up against it, my house is strong. It will stand because I built it brick by brick. And, it is down here, so it can talk about what is yet to come, but I feel like definitely this energy, like, if it's you, I can't wait for it to go. Or I can't wait for you to go. Because like someone stole my authentic path. Well, I think, okay, maybe that's the case. That's what it felt like. But now it's like, don't allow yourself to give yourself any excuses, because this is about you being really real with yourself. And, when you're really real with yourself, you expect that from others. And when you don't receive it, it's almost like you don't have a choice but to go. You know what I mean? It's like you're flipping the script, almost. Interesting. Well, hello, Emperor. Emperor is a great energy for those who are building a business, those who are becoming the boss. It's a beautiful energy, and I feel like this is not luck either. This is through hard work, right? And listen, it doesn't always have to be the work that I'm applying for. And I'm just going to use myself for an example, right? The majority of my life, I worked in the health and spa type, I managed health clubs and that. And then, and then in my 50s, my life changed, and here I am now doing something completely different that I really I didn't know much about the tarot. And I let that stop me for a while. Then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to learn as I go. And then I found that I picked it up very intuitively. And, you know what I mean? Complete change from what I used to do. But here I am, right? The boss. It's like the only one I can blame is me. Card of Aries. I feel like if you had any question about that, can you chase your dreams? Yes. The answer is yes. And then we have this Two of Cups. So let's get the last card out. We have the Empress. Beautiful. Look at this, guys. Listen, I feel like this has happened before in your reading. We have the Emperor and the Empress side by side. We have this Empress under the energy of the world within this new beginning. What's mirroring these two is the Two of Cups. I mean, hello. And I feel like maybe we're dealing with like polar opposites this month. And then we move into a 6th year, which is a great year for love. So I feel like, what needs to be cut we're feeling it stronger than ever now because it's December. You know, like the year doesn't wait for us. Anyway, I don't know why I'm taking that viewpoint. But hello, the Emperor and the Empress mirrored by the Two of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles in between. You know, this could be someone that you find along your journey, along this, I'm just going to say your journey of Pentacles. You know, I feel like the Fool has the Wands path he can take, she can take, the Cups, you know, the Pentacles, or the Swords. Like, you know, it's up to the Fool. But no matter which path the Fool takes, the Fool is always going to be met by the Magician, and that Magician is the Fool's teacher, right? The teacher that, you know, you can create anything in this path, anything, and you can get through anything. That's why he meets the Magician first, right? To remind him or her that the tools that I need to survive, get through, pull myself out of, right? I already have them. I have them. My power may have been given away, but it, you know, or the feeling that I gave it away, but it's not taken. You still have it. You know, and sometimes you got to dive deep to find it. So, I don't know. I feel like this is about giving yourself opportunities and believing in yourself. And I definitely feel like the world is like a reward for walking away from, at least walking away from your, let's say, emotional house. Even if I don't have complete clarity in it, maybe I never will. Someday you will. You know, when you pass, you will. You'll have clarity in everything. And I feel like everything's got a purpose. So, anyway, what am I holding? I'm holding beautiful, the Three of Pentacles. I mean, hello. Three of Pentacles is very creative energies. You know what? I feel like this is the month to get creative. I feel like if you're not sure, like, Sandy, I want to do something, but I'm not sure what. I feel like, I don't know, there's something I heard about Pluto, and Pluto, like, opens up the possibility of, you know, like, showing you creative avenues, right? So just ask to see the sign, like, and then, you know, follow different things too, like, you know, follow, like, watch different types of videos. I don't know if it's like you want to be like on YouTube, like, watch different types of videos and see, you know, what, if it pulls you in. It's the same way I feel about a reading. If the reading doesn't pull you in, it may not be your reading. Though I feel if you're here, there's something here for you. Anyway, Three of Pentacles is very beautiful energy. You know, it's like you are the missing piece of the puzzle. You are the missing piece of the puzzle. And boy, I feel a lot of joy, like, coming out of this energy. I do feel like, honestly, you know, I feel like two people are going to be guided together. You know, whether it be love, you know, it doesn't have to be love. It can just be soulmate. Like, we just feel like we're soulmates. I don't know. But this is also the energy where, you know, people are admiring what it is you do. I often feel like sometimes in the Three of Pentacles, like, I have an admirer I know nothing about, right? And I don't mean that in a creepy way. Like, don't be creepy. That's not what I mean. Because I feel like this is someone who's appreciating you and what you bring to the table. You know, nothing creepy. This back here felt a little creepy, but this is not, so I shouldn't even bring that into it. Okay, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot And let's go a little deeper if we dare. You know, what's playing in my head is that song, I never promised you a rose garden. I don't know if that's the right tune. You know, that rose garden takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of pruning and weeding and watering and nurturing. And it just, you know, it gets stronger, and like I see the vines like intertwining and becoming stronger and stronger. It's funny. You know, I don't know if I told you guys, but, you know, not a long time, well, a while back, before I was with Sam, I had a dream, like, you know, I was with someone, and I could see them in the window, in the kitchen window, looking out the window, looking at me, and I was sitting under a tree, and that tree was like, the trunks were intertwined. It was two trees that came together, and I didn't give much thought to that, other than I felt like, you know what, when I find that tree, I find my home. That's how I felt, because I had it a few times and it felt just very peaceful. Anyway, I'm now with Sam, and how interesting, like when you look at his living room window, there's a tree that because he built his home, he and his grandfather, like, and I don't know the name of them, but they intertwined it, and hello, it's like, there it is. Anyway. Okay. Let's not forget the Mother Mary Oracle card comes out. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. And there's a lot of energy that feels like this is attached to, you know, the building of your home. And I kind of mean it like, you know, I have to be honest. I feel like for some of you, like, you really don't, you need to really trust in what you can do and what you can create. And I feel like, you know, there's some who don't even, like, you don't even understand that there is a possibility that this is for you, right? This line, which I think is just beautiful, is for you, right? But maybe, you know, it's almost like I'm being told I'm unlovable, or I'm unworthy. My work is unworthy, that type of thing, and I'm buying into it. But I feel like the way I choose to see it, look at it, is how it's going to be, right? So the King of Pentacles is like, no, I'm going to see the big picture of everything. And therefore take, you know, I feel like a methodical step. Okay. You know, I always think to myself at another end of a reading, like, I wish I didn't talk so much, which is really, you know, I'm not that talkative, but in my readings I am, but it's just because things just keep coming to me. Excuse me. We have the Death card. Card Scorpio. It is a card of endings. Excuse me, guys. It is a card of endings. But it's with purpose, so that you can have a rebirth. And, you know, to me, every time I think of like a rebirth, I'm thinking of, like, you know, this bright, beautiful white light, that type of thing, like really energy you can trust. So sometimes doors have to close. I feel like you're more than willing. I feel like you're ready. We have the Page of Wands. You know, I often feel the Page of Wands is like the Fool's energy. This is someone who's willing to take a chance. Looking right at the Death card. Almost like it's the Fool within you looking at you, saying, when are you going to close that door? When are you going to close that door? When are we going to take that leap? You know what I mean? It's like something within you. It's like your spirit. Like, when are we going to do it? When are you going to close that door? We have the Two of Pentacles. Well, I feel like soon. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands coming over the Eight of Cups. First of all, you know, it's not great energy because Seven of Wands is the energy where you do feel like you need to defend yourself, you know, and listen, maybe you do. I don't know. But I know one thing, it's not about staying in it. So if I am defending myself, it's not to then sit there and listen to someone else's opinion about it, if that makes sense. You know, and I feel like for some, it's just like, you know how you can talk? You're talking to someone and then they give you a reply and it's like so different from what you're even talking about. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Like, were you listening to me? Like, you know what I mean? Or, you know, you're having a discussion, you realize, like, wow, like you see it that way and I see it this way. And I don't understand why you can't see it my way. You know, that type of thing. I feel like, you know, what you can't beat, you can leave. Okay, well, we have the Wheel. You know, that just tells me that it's part of destiny, right? And part of destiny is also closing doors, knowing when, right? Two Cups is down here, and it's after the World. It's after you make a conscious choice to like walk through the portal. Some of you may have already. Some of you may be on this journey already. Some of you here, you know what I mean? But ultimately, it's like how I look at it, my intention, right? And then again, I feel like it's like the Fool in you is saying, are you ready to close that door? The Wheel to me is just saying that you know, it can feel like someone is taking my voice, but yet you can certainly take that back. We have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting, we have all the pages. Do we have all the pages? Yes, we have all the pages. Look at that, all the pages. And then a page above that. That can talk about a lot of new things. You know, sometimes I think of pages of what's in the atmosphere. Page of Pentacles is, you know, some of you, it's like you're on this path of knowledge. I do feel like many are walking on the path of Pentacles, or at least for December, but I don't feel like it ends in December. I feel like December may be for some when you really start to receive this epiphany, or you're taking your voice back. You know what I mean? Like you're closing whatever door. You know, if you can't win the battle, don't fight it. And this is all about learning that. Learning that. You know, you're not taking any of this energy for granted, because ultimately what becomes of it can be the nine of Pentacles. So, you know, it can very much be like my experiences, my journey on the sword, my journey with the wands, my journey in the cups, right? My journey now, right now, I'm in the Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is, you know, the success. If I focus upon it, it can bring me true success, but not just in like abundance, like in money, though that can be part of it. But I feel like also, you know, you're meeting someone who is very much like you. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I was thinking of like the Queen or the Empress, you know, and the Emperor, like in the 50s. And I don't know why. This could just mean like both have same values type of thing. And it lies on this path. What else am I holding? The Queen of Cups. Can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You know, can be. But I feel like it's deeper than that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I feel like the Queen of Cups, as it relates to like relationships, even her home, like she knows what kind of home she wants to have. Some of you could have been like, you know, I've been very giving and, you know, it's just not coming back type of thing. I don't know. I feel like you just got to see it. Maybe a single mother, you know, I may have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids with all these pages heading towards this portal. You know, I feel like whatever it is that is moving you to the portal, to this world, the next chapter, and I feel like really it's probably like talking about 2023 more, or 2022 more than anything. We have the Knight of Swords. First of all, I feel like this knight is, you know, it's you. And, you know, it's interesting because he looks like he just stopped at the edge of a cliff. Wow. Hello, lovers. So the Lover's coming over the Two of Cups. And then the Empress again. The Empress now over the Nine of Pentacles. We have, hello, what is going on? The Knight of Cups over the Emperor. And then, hello, Two of Cups. You know, where this line began, it remains the Two of Cups. How interesting, because it feels to me like you're the Empress and you are in your creative element. You're thinking about your pentacles, you know, you're using this energy, your creativity, your wisdom, all of that. You know, the Empress knows how to use all of herself in a loving way, but also in a very, what do I want to say, like, in a very grounded type way. So I feel like, you know, I'm over here minding my business, creating my business, enjoying what I'm doing, growing, blossoming from it. You know, here's the Lovers and the Two of Cups. It's just there, right? We can't ignore it. It's there. It's connected to this wheel. So I know it's talking about love. And with the Knight of Cups coming over the Emperor, again, I feel like, you know, this Empress may not even be aware of it. You know, because here I'm in this creative mode, but now it's heading to the Empress here, where there's something new you're now adding into your life. And here's the Two of Cups. The Knight of Cups is bringing in a cup of love. You know, the Queen of Cups is the energy of someone who, you know, let's put it a different way. She's someone who values a relationship, values love. This is someone who has learned to keep her heart open. You know, she's in the upright. She's learned what she's needed to learn about love. She hasn't become hard or cold. The Empress is anything other than that. So she's on a certain journey. And though Pentacles is a big part of it, I don't know. I feel like almost while you're minding your business, you know, something's coming towards you in love. I just can't help. You know, I mean, does it have to be love? No. But I'd be very surprised. It doesn't mean it starts that way. You know, and in a way, I feel like it's two people who may, like, do their, like, have their own business. You know what I mean? Like, work in very similar type job. There's a lot of similarity here. A lot. It's like the opposite of this. There's a lot of similarity, and it's almost like, you know, while you're busy building your foundation, you know, spreading your nurturing love, whatever it is, your knowledge, your wisdom, it just opens you up. It has to. And again, with the Three of Pentacles, almost like someone admiring what is I do. And from there, they may come in with this offer of perhaps love. And this may be a journey of two soulmates. And maybe even more. I don't know. Is there more? Does it matter? This is two people who definitely feel like fall in love and very like-minded, and may even again work in the same field. And listen, could team up. Who knows? There's no, you know, who knows? It's whatever you create. I feel like it's beautiful energy, right? Because the Emperor and the Empress are the true, you know, what do I want to say? I feel like, you know, they each represent all the signs and their experience upon them, right? They don't come to the table like naive. No. I've been there, I've done that. I've learned from that, my friend. Right? I've learned from that, my friend. Both are very generous, want to give, right? Want to help the people. It can be in different ways, but similar type energy. So I think I'm going to leave it there, you know. And it's interesting how I said in the beginning, like, it's all going to depend. I see it in the comments. Like, your comment you leave me lets me know where you're at in this reading. Because I feel like if you comment, you're in this reading. And it just helps give me clarification. It's like, oh, okay, I can see. And therefore, I see your perspective. I see of what you say is your perspective. That type of thing. Anyway, wow. This is kind of beautiful because, number one, you know, it's you and you creating from a sense of joy. And even more than that, right? It's like, it's what you get pulled into. And listen, some of you, it's about your past. And it has now become your wisdom, and you are now becoming the teacher in some way. But you're doing it out of love, right? You're doing it to help expand instead of deflate. And listen, I don't know that you could have had that wisdom had you not had that experience. So, I don't know. Anyway, you know, boom, the world, the next chapter, the portal. I feel like the world is the most spiritual time in life. Why? I don't know. Maybe it has to do with someone, but maybe also in what you do. It's like I feel it in such a different way, right? It's like how I feel when I do tarot versus if I think back, like when I was running a health club. Two completely different avenues. Anyway, it looks beautiful, though difficult. Though, you know, first thing that comes out over your sign is the Death card. And it is like a full, your spirit is saying, when you're closing the door, when you're closing the door. So, I love you guys. I hope you have, I hope this comes to you in the way that you want it. Let me just put it that way. I forgot to read Mother Mary. Let's read Mother Mary. I always feel like this is the most profound part. Like, oh, okay. You drew this card because of concerns about what is happening in your household. Mother Mary is letting you know that God is watching over you and sending you divine guidance as to how you can improve your home life. Expect a positive change in your current situation, especially as you allow more love to reside within the within the home of your heart and mind. Your home life affects your happiness, relationships, and even your health. So it's essential to take action steps to bring about a peaceful, safe, and happy environment. Yet, change can be threatening because of fears of the unknown, even if it's a positive adjustment. If you find yourself resisting making a change for the better, call upon Mother Mary and the angels for encouragement, signs, and guidance. Trust these messages and follow them home. Boom. I feel like this is your home. I love you guys. As always, thank you for all that you do. Everything. Just thank you. Thank you for your donations, helping to keep the channel alive. Thank you for subscribing if you can feel it. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to want to be here. And I feel like when you are here, I definitely pick up your energy. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of you I know. You know what I mean? So anyway, just thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for the likes. I don't know. I heard they took the dislikes down. But I guess you can just leave that in the comments. Anyways, I love you. Have a great December. And, yeah, keep a positive intent on what it is that you want to create. Okay? Have a positive intent. Because I feel like this is the month. Moving into this is the year. So, I love you. I will see you next time at the table. Bye-bye.